So, where we saw the prior week, we saw Kaushalya. As I told you, there's another looking like it was an interesting piece. What happens is Sumantra is walking into that space. As Sumantra walks in, Kaushalya, instead of allowing Dasharatha to be responding to him, she gives the instruction. Then I read the next chapter. Sumantra walks out, and when Sumantra is walking towards Rama's space, the kings come and meet him. When the kings come and meet, they are asking, oh, Dasharatha is not still here. So Sumantra is saying, oh, the kings are here. So how am I going to manage? Is Kaushalya's instruction important? Kaikeyi's instruction, is it important? Or should I actually go and inform the king? What should I do? So at that time, he walks back to Dasharatha. When he walks back to Dasharatha, you know what Dasharatha is asking him? Why is the instruction of Kaikeyi not followed? This is a question Dasharatha asks of Sumantra. So immediately Sumantra takes a U-turn and goes back to go and bring Rama. So here, after that, we are seeing Sumantra walk. Now, till now, let us forget Mantara. Let us forget Kaikeyi. Let us forget all that. Park that pain aside. Outside there is a lot of pain. Let's park that aside and just move into a segment where we are going to see the glory of Rama. We are going to see the beauty of Rama. We are going to see the wonderful relationship that Rama and Sita have. We are seeing the great fortune that Sumantra has. Who gets the opportunity to see the Lord up close and personal in this manner, that you are going to see him in his resplendent beauty, in a very casual manner dealing with Sumantra? Who gets that opportunity? So Sumantra, there's a whole couple of chapters where Valmiki goes out of the way to speak about the wonderful glories here. So Sumantra is driving his chariot towards Rama's home. What does he see? He sees a magnificent, huge palace. And what is it being compared to? Kailasa Shikara Prabham. Kailasa Shikara Prabham. Shakravesham Samam. As if equivalent to Indra's palace, Indra's home. Yes? It's that big a space, wonderful space. Beheld a beautiful palace. So, I'm going to give you some descriptions of what Rama's palace is. Sometimes we get to see some video which talks about the palace of some big personality in this world, or a big businessman who has some 622 rooms in his house or something like that. Let's hear about Rama's palace today for a change. First, it talks about two heavy paneled doors, ornate, beautiful doors. So Sumantra is walking in, and first thing he sees, the doors open. And when the doors open, then he sees hundreds of galleries. So there is, it's clear description in Dasharatha's palace and in Rama's palace also. There's courtyard 1, courtyard 2, courtyard 3. There are 3 courtyards that you're talking about. So as he walks in, he is seeing like a big mound and a peak, on top of which there are many wonderful vigrahas and murtis. Yeah, spiritual distinct. So look at the description and see the detail. Walk with me, listen to this description, walk with me, and let's walk into Rama's palace and have a look at what's happening there. And it says there are arches, so many arches and pillars on the side, all of them gem-studded with corals. And many of them have necklaces and garlands hanging on them. Full, you need to understand, if you talk about what is happening with Ananta Padmanabha Swami and in the temple, how much gold and how much jewelry is there. You need to understand that that deity was being worshipped by Sri Rama himself. So if the deity had this kind of opulence coming down into Kali Yuga, you can imagine what would have been the opulence in that same home where Ananta Padmanabha Swami was. No, I'm mixing the two. This is Ranganatha Swami who is there in Rama's place. But that's the kind of opulence that worship used to be there. So this is Rama's abode. So in that place he says excellent garlands, and they say that pearls, this is pearls without holes, that's the description that is there, are strewn all over the place. Just like, some ladies like to have some little glitter on them and throw a little, for a birthday you throw, once you burst the balloons, you have a little glitter. There it was just all pearls strewn on the space. Decorated, everything decorated with sandalwood and aloe. I believe, I don't know how aloe smells. But sandalwood for sure I know. Recently we made a visit to Udupi, and the current pontiff who had the current Paryaya, what he had done is he had seen to it that where Madhvacharya used to sit, the entire pita had been done up with sandalwood. You enter that place, go anywhere near that place, you get such a strong fragrance of sandalwood which, immediately puts you into a completely spiritual mode. Now, can you imagine, in Rama's place, everything is replete with these fragrant woods, so the whole place is completely smelling of these things. And then as he walks, he sees lawns and gardens, and then there are deer running all over the place. Beautiful deer. Peacocks, and you can hear the sound of the peacocks in the background crying, and birds called sarasas, whom I don't know which bird this is, singing sweetly in the background. And then he is talking about descriptions of how beautiful carved deer were all over on the sides, apart from live deer being there. Beautiful carvings of deer, beautifully done. To say that the place was just brilliant and splendorous, as splendorous as the sun and the moon. And he says, resembles the abode of Kubera. We don't understand what that is, but from the description we need to understand what Kubera's home should have been. So, apart from this, when he enters into the courtyard, what is Sumantra seeing as he is walking by? He's seeing all the deer and all of this stuff. That's not new to him, it's new to us. But then as he walks in, he sees a whole load of villagers and many other people. Yes, and what are those people? They all have gifts in their hand. They are standing there waiting for Rama to come out. Here is the person who is going to be our king. We've been longing for this person to be our king. They're all waiting there with their gifts there. And then he says, this is a point that I want you to make a note, and I'm going to make some more additional points in that connection later. The place was crowded with hunchbacks and kiratas. Does the word kirata ring a bell for anybody?
Kirata,
Gunandra. Very nice. So, there is a Bhagavatam verse. I will be touching upon this verse later. Kiratas are people, hill dwellers. Predominantly, today's Wikipedia tells you they are people from Nepal zone. But they are people, hill dwellers into the Himalayas, and predominantly hunters and gatherers. And as hunters-gatherers, they are standing within the courtyard of Rama, waiting to meet him. Yes? So we need to understand. We say India's caste system was so bad, and there are people talking about rights for, downtrodden from the old times, oppressed class, etc. So let's understand who is oppressed. And then, very, very interesting information. As he walks into the second chamber, he sees Rama's close friends. They are coming there, getting up, offering pranams to Sumantra. He is acknowledging them, and he walks on, moves into the final place where Rama is. That's how he's moving on. So all these friends are waiting. They are guarding Rama. They wait. This is the big day. This is the biggest party that they were all looking for. So that's going to happen. And as he is walking, what else do you hear? You hear the happy buzz. You hear people talk. Everybody is saying, just as, say, we are celebrating something, we have all worked for days to make an arrangement for, say, Gaur Purnima Mahotsava or Janmashtami. So we say, hey, Janmashtami Mahotsava ki jai. So there is Jai Ghosha happening in the background. Everybody is, buzzing and talking about what's going to be. Oh, when will Rama come? What are we waiting for? Have you arranged for this? All the buzz happening all over the place. Sumantra is walking through all this buzz. He says happy words spoken by people. And then as he walks into courtyard 2, he's seeing on the side a little mountain, a massive mountain standing there. He's like, suddenly, I haven't seen this mountain before. He's looking at that mountain, and that mountain is Shatrunjaya, the biggest elephant in Ayodhya, standing there with those massive tusks, the big elephant there. Oh, it must be a very docile elephant. No, this is an elephant in rut. From his temples, there is the ichor that is flowing, and he is restless. The guy the mahout who is trying to manage him is simply not able to keep him. It is the symbol of a king. And we have said this before. Ayodhya was a place that was very well known for its elephant army. The biggest strength of Ayodhya was its elephant army, which means they had the biggest elephants and the most powerful elephants that were there. In this case now, what is going to happen? So which means if Rama is going to sit on an elephant which is very docile and meek and do like, we all go to a temple and then you say you give 5 rupee coin and then the elephant will take it and give you one Ashirwad on the head. That is the elephant we will go here. But what is the elephant? Rama will go. Rama goes to that elephant which is in rut, which nobody can control. And how will he alight on that elephant? He will jump up on the leg of the elephant. The elephant will lift its leg. This is how warriors will alight. Yes? And show its trunk on one side, put his hand up there and jump onto its back. That's how a warrior will alight an elephant. So, this elephant is waiting because the king is coming today. Yes? He is going to be coronated. So, the elephant is waiting and all the important ministers are waiting there. They've all come to get an audience. In today's parlance, if somebody is becoming prime minister, all the fellows will be standing in front of the prime minister's house, no? Just in case the prime minister sees me, then he will make me Mukhyamantri, this mantri, that mantri, which padavi I will get. Yes? Home minister, interior minister, noise minister, corona minister, whatever, some ministry has to be given to some fellow. Yes? So, all those ministers are there to come and get a glimpse and an opportunity. So, here you are having a big valet parking facility. All the ministers coming one by one. One person taking the goda and going, all the valet parking facility, all the mantris are coming in there. This is the scene. It is expected that Rama will walk out a little later, heading for the coronation, and everybody is ready to follow him as he goes. In this situation, Sumantra is entering. When Sumantra enters further, just in front of the door, he sees some of the aged security guards who are there. Why aged? Is whenever there is somebody young, whenever there is a chamber for the ladies, that is always guarded by elders who are already beyond just the urges of their senses. They can actually guard a place where ladies are and will not cause any harm to them. We hear many stories if it is otherwise. Yes. So, when he goes there, he says, "Can you please inform Rama that I am waiting for you?" So Rama immediately gets up and welcomes Sumantra. Tam Vaishravana Shankasham Upavishtam Swalankritam. Tam Vaishravana Shankasham. Vaishravana Kuberaya Vaishravanaya Maharajaya Namaha. Vaishravana is the name for Kubera. So Vaishravana, Tam Vaishravana Shankasham. So Rama is looking like Kubera himself. Upavishtam Swalankritam. He is seated there. Su-alankritam, very beautifully decorated. Rama does not need any decoration, but he is so beautifully decorated because it's a big day. Now what is happening? Dadarsha Suta Paryanka. Dadarsha. Suta is seeing him. Dadarsha Suta Paryanka Savarne Sottarachate. What is he seeing? Dadarsha Suta. So Sumantra is seeing. What is he seeing? He is seeing Rama beautifully seated on a couch like this, leaning backward. The Lord seated on the couch. And how is it? Savarne. Gold. It's got gold, a golden cover on top of it. Sottarachade. Sumantra beheld Rama, who resembled Kubera. Rama was sitting on a richly ornate golden couch. Varaha rudiradhe radhena Varaha rudirabena Suchina cha sugandhina. Varaha is an avatara, which is pig. When the Lord took the avatar of a boar, Varaha rudi means blood. What is this? There is a red sandalwood, which when rubbed is almost the color of blood. So, he is wearing that sandalwood. Suchina. Cha Sugandhina Suchi, very clean, very pure. The best possible sandalwood has been acquired and bought there, and that has been applied on the body of Rama. He's just taken bath, drying his hair at this point in time, and then that sandalwood has been anointed on him. Why do I say that? Anuliptam parardhena. Yes, he has been applied, liptam, lepa, to do lepa. Yes, parardhena, chandanena parantapa, out of chandana, for that Lord. So one of the acharyas has also written parantapa, is also a name for Parantapa is a name for Arjuna. Yes, because he did great tapasya. So that is Arjuna. So tapa means somebody who can take a lot of austerity. But the word, I think we dealt with this earlier also. Parantapa means one who gives his enemies the most difficult time. He burns his enemies, scorches his enemies. That is also Parantapa. Ability to scorch oneself in tapasya, he is also Parantapa. Here, Parantapa refers to the fact that he is cooling his body because it's all going to get heated up. He's going to the forest. He's going to fight Ravana. And in that war, that's the greatest heated discussion that you can have. In that situation, therefore, Chandanena Parantapa, well anointed, ornamented, anointed with precious, pure, fragrant red sandalwood, the color of which is like the blood of a boar. Stitaya parshvataschapi valavyajana hastaya. Oh, who's standing next to him? That's interesting. Who's that? Stitaya parshvacha. To his right. Behind him, actually. Chapi Valavyajana hastaya. Many Tamil people, we hear the word Val. Val is tail. Yes? Val actually means tail in Sanskrit also. Valavyajana hastaya. Yak tail. With a yak tail in hand, she is actually doing chamara to the Lord. Upetam Sitaya Bhuya Chitraya Sashinam Yata. Upeta Sitaya Bhuya Chitraya Sashinam Yata. Yes. There are hundreds of servants. Yashoda could have also let her servants do the churning the butter. No. But when the attention has to be given, then the person is doing it herself out of love and affection. Similarly here, who is doing the chamara? You is not some maid standing on the side. Sita is not sitting there watching Netflix. Okay, can you please give him one cup of milk? That's not this thing. She is actually serving the husband herself. Upetam Sitaya Bhuya Chitraya Sashinam Yata. Then, with Sita standing by his side with a fan of yak's tail in her hand, Rama, the tormentor of the foes, looked like a moon being served. Chitraya Sashinam Yata. Moon being served by Chitra Nakshatra, which is supposed to be one of his wives. Star. Then, Tapantam Iva Aditya. Again, the word tapa is coming. Tapantam means burning. Tapantam also means effulgent. And when he goes and sees Rama, see, there are many people today in Kali Yuga who become gods suddenly, They just got the title. Somebody voted them, I suppose. Maybe it depends on how many disciples are there. So, when Rama, so normally we see mortals have to see that they wear a drawing of effulgence behind their head. So, you see that effulgence behind their head. Or there are some people who suddenly have one Trishula in their hand. They already look frightening. Then they also got Trishula in their hand and they are posing suddenly with the peacock feather in their head and all that stuff. Funny fellows. So, here, when he goes and sees Rama, he sees that glowing effulgence. He sees that glow. Tan, tam, tapantam, ivadityam. He is shining like the sun. Can you see the sun? Early morning sun? You can see when he is rising. As the time goes, it's no more possible for us to see. It reminds me, Vadanti tattva vidaha tattvam yat jnanam avyayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. People say, Vadanti tattva. That tattva has three forms. So first is the Brahman, which is just plain effulgence. It's like seeing the sun. Yes, you can't see it. And that's why, the Brahmanas, when they do Madhyanikam, they will do Joksha Shuryam Drishe. Yes. There's a pinhole camera you make for yourself, and then you're trying to see the sun. So when you're trying to see the sun, with this, you can see the sun. But if you look at the sun, your eyes are finished. So what's glowing like that, you can really not understand anything. You understand it's something fiery. You understand it as something powerful. That's how close you can get to it. That is Brahman. Brahmeti Paramatmeti. When you go a little closer, like if you're standing on the side of the beach and you see at a distance, you see a light. You don't understand what it is. Yes, I see light. It is bright. Whatever. That's it. When it comes closer, you see this ship. Oh, it's a ship there. All the guys who can't take the flight, it looks like they took the ship. Yes, it's a ship. Now then, when you come closer, you see there is suddenly somebody, oh, just Hare Krishna, how are you? Somebody waving at you. Then you see the person. So you need to get really close to actually see that personality. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Shabdyate. When you actually see him, that's the closest opportunity. But still, he is the source of that effulgence. From him, Hiranmayena Patrena, then Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham. Yes.